This is the smelliest one. That one smells like bubblegum.
Ooh.
Yeah. This one I also really like. This feels like a Nito.
That one is good. This one is fun. Wait, I need to bring this everywhere I go.
I know. Feel free. You take what you want. This one's just like
I
Play-Doh.
tried pulling it. I realized it was Play-Doh after.
Oh, it is Play-Doh. That makes sense.
And I was like, oh no.
Hey guys, it's Shannon with iHeartRadio Canada here with Alexander Stewart. We are so excited. It's Junos weekend. We're here at the Fairmont Pacific Rim. We're in the Chairman's Terrace. This room is insane.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
This room was also featured on 73 Questions on Vogue with Cole Sprouse. This is where he lived when he was doing Riverdale.
Really?
Yeah, I just learned that. So pretty special room, and now it's
Very
ours.
special room.
How are you feeling? Junos weekend, here we are.
I feel good.
Also, feel free to dive in. Which one is speaking to you the most?
Well, I've already dabbled with a few. This one's pretty good. To be totally fair.
I love that.
But I'm fearing.
I love this one.
That
It's so good.
I feel like I have to open something.
You gotta. There's like slime, these little guys. Also this, I'm obsessed with.
Oh my God.
This is great.
Is so good.
We thought it's Juno's weekend. You're nominated. It can be a stressful weekend.
For sure.
So we're just de-stressing. We're relaxing.
This is the best idea I've ever seen in my entire life. I feel so excited.
Yeah.
I feel really grateful, and like it's just a really, I love Canada with my whole heart, and to be recognized by a country that I love so dearly, it just feels like unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. You were saying off camera, your parents are on their way here.
Yeah, they're on the plane right now.
They are traveling together for the first time in how long?
Okay, so
Please.
get a load of this. My parents, let me preface this, they are not divorced.
Okay.
They just have a dog that is very, very anxious. My dog can be at home. He's the love of my life. His name is Archie. Shout out Archie. He really added a whole new layer to our lives that I don't think anyone knew we were getting. He can only be around 3 people, and he has to be around them at all times. He can't be alone. My mom, my dad, and my sister.
Wow.
He also cannot be around other dogs, which makes boarding him a non-starter. So when I go home back to Toronto, I have to see my mom separately, and then I have to see my dad separately. Like I'll go out for like dinner with my mom and drinks with my dad, and it's always been like that. Or I guess always the last 9 years. So my sister agreed that she would, because she doesn't live at home anymore. She went back to my childhood home to take care of the dog for 2 days so that my parents could fly down here together and be here. And I think it's the sweetest thing. So on top of this ridiculous, crazy week, I'll be with my family.
That's
and
so
it's going to be
exciting.
so fun.
That's so fun. Does that mean Archie gets a shout out if you win in your acceptance speech?
For sure.
Yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
That's so sweet. Have you thought about what you would say?
I
What
have.
you will say when you win?
Oh my God, I have this like superstition that if I like really, really like create something that I'm just going to lose.
Then let's not, yeah.
But the issue is, if I win, I'm gonna have nothing prepared. So then I'm gonna like I have like a light layout of what I would say. I think.
That's good. I feel like you have a really good way with words, so I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm a yapper.
Yeah.
Yapper's born to yap.
Pardon?
Have you heard that? Yapper's born to yap.
Oh, yapper's born to yap. That's so funny. That's you. Yeah. It's been like a year now since your album came out.
I know, isn't
That's
that crazy?
How does it feel like living with the album now for a year?
Oh, what a fabulous question. You know, when that album came out, that album it means so much to me. And it was like a combination of the previous 3 years of my life. Like the first song on the album said so I had written 3 years before. And after I finished that song, I was like, okay, like this is gonna be the start of my album. I told myself that when I finished that song. Didn't think it was gonna take 3 years, but here we are. And it's been just honestly just really refreshing to live with it out, because I remember the stress of it not being out and being like, I have to put out my debut album, I have to do it. And it was like singles and EPs, and it was always in the back of my mind. And it was just like this weight off my shoulders, and it was terrifying, but like once it was out, it was just like, it's out.
Yeah.
People can listen to it. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, you're wrong, whatever.
I love that.
I'm kidding.
That's so sweet. How has the process been then making a follow-up album to that? Is that more challenging in a way?
Yes, it has been more challenging because I want it to be different. And so, you know, I've written probably about 100 songs since that album has come out. And, you know, they're all on my phone and I listen to them in the car and I'm like, how the hell am I going to pick 12 or 11 or whatever it's going to be? But also it's been like, I don't want it to be the same album. I'm also in such a different place in my life than I was even last year. And I have so many things I want to say that are different. And so it's been this like really fun journey of how I could make it like topically different and sonically different, but still like resonate with me. And I think I've come to the like conclusion, but I won't say any more about that.
Yeah. So where are you at with it right now? Are you still narrowing it down?
We're narrowing it down. I'm still doing some like Hail Mary sessions that are just like, I'm just going into the studio, just like, what if I get something else that I like more or like that fits better? But I have the name of the album.
Oh, yeah.
I have the overall theme of the album. I have like, I think all the singles ready. Like it's like basically there. And I'm like so excited.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And that's so fun for the fans too, because I feel like they're begging for it.
It's been so, here's the thing. It's been so long since I put music out now, which, okay, that's sort of a lie. It's been like 4 months. But for me, that's a long time because like for the last 3 years, it's been at least once every like month and a half, I'll drop something. Even after the album came out, I still put out music. Like the wedding song I made for my sister and her wife, like that was very shortly after the album came out. But I'm so excited for everyone to hear it, and I hope they like it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubt that they will. That's so sweet. And I'm obsessed with the fact that you wrote a song for your sister.
Had
That's
to.
so sweet.
I know the last song on the album, this album is a song. It's a very introspective song, and it ends with, I guess I could say this. It's something I love so much. I was kind of like just going through it a month ago, just like with a few things in life, and I was driving to the studio and messaging my mom. And my mom sent me back this unbelievable voice message that like perfectly encapsulated the entire theme of the project. And the whole album ends with it, with her voice note. And I'm like, I think it's so, so sweet. And I'm like so excited.
Oh my goodness, that gave me goosebumps and I don't even know what she said.
It was so wise too. And so I was like, wow, that's gotta go in. I immediately sent it to my producer and I was like, please put this at the end of the last song.
That's incredible. That's where you get your good way with words, probably.
My mom.
Yeah.
My parents are both journalists. Well, were both journalists. And so they are great with words and they ask one hell of a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So nothing gets past them.
Really? Are you pretty open with them? Like, do you tell them a lot of
I'm
things?
probably too open with them.
Really?
I am so close with my family and I do not know what I would do without them. My mom and my dad are like my best friends. I tell them everything. So like, probably shouldn't, but here we are.
Yeah, that's so sweet. You're going to Australia.
Yes.
You're going, where else are you going?
Australia and Asia.
And Asia.
Yes.
That's great. And you're going to places you've never been before.
I've never been to a single place that I'm going. So
Also, I love this. I want to do this for every interview.
I know, I can't stop.
This
It's
is
like
my,
unbelievable.
I don't even care about the other ones. That's so funny.
I know, I need to pick something else now that I'm like, that there's a natural
But like
break.
every conversation now, I just want to be like holding this. This is insane.
best thing
Okay,
ever.
but yeah, you're going to new places that you've never been. How are you feeling about it?
I'm so excited. I have wanted to go to both Asia and Australia my whole life.
Yeah.
So to get to do it because of this as well is like unbelievable. I also, this one's not as good.
No, not feeling it.
I'm going back to the purple. Is that just slime?
Yeah, feel it. Isn't that like the perfect
Whoa,
consistency?
I need some of that.
Yeah, get in there.
Okay.
It's this one.
Wait, what's what's this one?
It's fine.
Okay, I need this one.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, this is good. So, what was the question?
Australia, Asia, you're excited now.
Oh, so excited. Yeah, and my guitarist and music director is also my best friend on the planet. So he'll come with me everywhere. So the whole thing is just going to feel like a dream. Like it's going to feel like I'm just like doing what I love with my, basically my brother at this point.
Yeah.
And so to like experience all these new experiences and to like, I feel like I just sound like Kylie Jenner. You know that meme that's like when you're like really you're realizing things. To experience all these new experiences.
It's a year of realizing things. Yeah.
It's the year of realizing things. It really is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. I wanted to go to like Sydney has been one of my like top streaming markets since I literally started 10 years ago, and it has always been. Oh my God, it smells really good. It's always been one of my like #1 destinations. So,
That's so sweet.
I think I only have like half a day in each place, unfortunately, but I'm gonna try my absolute best to like get out and see the most that I can.
Totally. Can you do an Australian accent?
No. I don't know what gene it is that people have where they can like do unbelievable accents. I don't have that. My godmother, every Monday since I was 0, would come over for dinner and pick me up from school, do the whole thing, and she's from Blackpool, and she has an accent. And you would think that being around that my whole life, I would be able to. I cannot do the accent for bad word. I absolutely can't. I wish I could.
Yeah,
I really
can't
do.
either. I'm not an accent person. Yeah, I think that's a good point. It is a gene.
It's just a gene, I think. Some people, can just do it, and some people can't.
Yeah, and then there's actors out there that can just do every dialect and all of the things.
Do not get it.
Yeah. Who's the artist of a song to cover that is the hardest to cover? Does that make sense? Like, what artist is the most difficult, if there's one?
There for sure are that are harder than others. It would either be Adele or Sam Smith.
Yeah.
It's any artist that like sings, you know what I mean? But I will say, okay, on the last tour I did, I have this section of the show where I let the audience pick a cover for me to do, and it's like super fun. And on the last show in Toronto, I did That's So True by Gracie Abrams. That song is so hard to sing. Okay. A few people posted it online and I was watching them back, and it's so funny because like the bridge is like rapping. It's like ridiculously fast, and all the like.
Oh yeah, they're like. That was so hard.
Oh my god! I didn't think like I knew the song. I love the song, and I do it with when we kind of just improv it, and it's like such a fun part of the show. But I didn't expect it to be that. I remember panicking halfway through, being like, "This is really hard."
A new appreciation for Gracie Abrams.
I love Gracie Abrams so much.
Yeah. Who do you listen to? Like, who's on your playlist right now?
Gracie Abrams. That's a big one. Always Shania Twain.
Oh yeah.
My dad is from Timmins, Ontario, where she's from, and so I grew up in basically half in Timmins. Like every summer I would go up there, and my parents have a cottage there, and it's like the most lovely thing ever. So Shania was a big part of that.
Nice. I was a big Shania head.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable!
Crazy.
I got to take my dad. I surprised my dad with a trip to Vegas to Shania's residency, and then also surprised him with a meet and greet because it's been one of his bucket list items for his whole life to meet her.
Wow, and then you got to do that for him.
It was so sweet. I am so bad at surprises, by the way. So I called him, it was for his birthday, and I just called him, and I found out 2 days before that she agreed to like do the meet and greet. And so I called my dad, and I was scrambling, and I was on the phone with my mom and my manager, and I was like, what do I do? How do I do this? Like, I have to just book the ticket to Vegas first and foremost. I have to get him there. So I called him, and I was just like, surprise, like for your early birthday, like whatever, late Christmas present. Oh no, that's what it was. For your early Christmas present, we're gonna go to Vegas for the weekend. And he was like, okay.
Yeah, like Vegas, cool, okay.
And so we get there, and we were like, fine. And then I'm like, okay, we're going to the Shania show. Like, it'll be so fun. He's like, oh, okay, great. Like, it was so exciting. And then we're going there. He's like, and he's already like, oh, like, if she only knew, like, maybe she would want to meet me and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. Like, I don't know.
Pull some strings, son.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to talk to someone at the venue. I'm like, Dad, stop.
What was he gonna say to them? Like
literally just like, we're from the same place.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he just was trying to try anything because he was like there.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like you could totally. And I'm like texting the rep at the venue being like, my dad is going to try to do this. Like.
You didn't tell him at that point.
I still hadn't told him. So we get to the venue, and then they bring us to our seats, and he's like, wow, these are really good seats. I'm like, yeah. And then finally the person comes up to us, and we're in like the front row. And he starts saying all this stuff, and she looks at him. She's like, "Well, why don't you tell her yourself?" And it was so sweet. And he goes like peach, like bright red, and it was so sweet.
That is so sweet. That's wonderful. Too bad your mom couldn't be there, but Archie.
I know. This is what I mean about my parents having to travel separately. Otherwise, she would have been there.
That's so funny.
Oh, it's too
amazing.
good.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Oh my gosh.
This is so fun. I feel like we could be here all day.
I was like, it's over?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, should we just keep going?
We could totally keep going.
Yeah, but congratulations on the nominations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, what a big weekend for you. So
I'm really excited. I'm honored. I win or lose, I feel just like very grateful to be in the room. That sounds really cheesy, but like it's true. I've watched the Junos since I was a kid, and I just think it's like really cool to be recognized by them. So here we are.
Here we are. Amazing. That's it.
That was it.